designated location, blending with other droplets to create the final colored ink image. As each droplet lands on the heated blanket, it begins to spread and lose its water, becoming thinner as it does so. When all of its water has been evaporated, the ink becomes an ultra-thin, dry, polymeric film. Let's look again. As the nano ink film spreads and dries, it becomes only 500 nanometers thick, the thinnest ink image of any printing process. The completed 4 to 8 color image is now ready to be transferred. Because of its unique properties, Landa nano ink images have the amazing ability to bond tenaciously to any paper or plastic without penetrating the substrate. Upon transfer, the nano ink film instantaneously bonds to the paper, forming a tough laminated layer, leaving no residual ink on the blanket. Nano ink images can be transferred to sheets or webs of any ordinary coated or uncoated paper without any kind of pre-treatment. Since nano ink images are already dry, they can be coated in line with conventional UV or water-based coatings, and printed goods can be immediately processed right out of the press, even in the most aggressive finishing equipment. And all of this with superb print quality at offset press speeds. Let's talk about print quality. As we have seen, the dry nano ink image is fully formed well before being transferred. That means that no matter what kind of paper, smooth, rough, absorbent, non-absorbent, even plastics, there is zero dot gain, no ragged edges, and no strike through. And all are printed with identical high quality. But there is much more to nanographic print quality than just dry images and sharp dots. You see, conventional pigments, which are hundreds of nanometers in diameter, don't just absorb light, they also scatter light. Scattered light severely limits color depth and purity. Landa nano ink, on the other hand, is comprised of nanopigment crystals that are merely a few tens of nanometers in size, which have zero scatter. This enables nano ink to print deeper, purer colors with the broadest color gamut in the entire printing industry. So broad, in fact, that 4-color nanography covers more colors than 6-color offset printing. And 7-color nanography covers almost all of the world's leading brand colors, making special colors a thing of the past. Back again. So let's see. What we've said so far is that nanography enables you to print with very high quality on any paper. So is that enough for the printing industry to go all digital, for mainstream printing to convert to digital? No, of course not. You know what's missing. If you have offset quality and you can print on any paper, you must have offset speed. So just imagine, what would a digital press that runs at the speed of an offset press, what would that look and sound like? This is our S10P digital press printing at 13,000 sheets per hour. That's a heart-stopping digital press speed. In fact, all Landa nanographic sheet fed presses have this same capability. And that makes them the highest speed digital presses producing commercial quality printing in the entire industry. Well, almost. There is a higher speed press. It's called the Landa W10. This 1 meter wide web press prints at 200 meters a minute. That's the equivalent of 17,000 V1 images per hour. So that makes it the industry's highest speed commercial quality press. But no, there's a faster press, and it's called the Landa W10P, which is a perfecting version of the press, which with 2 engines running at 200 meters per minute can actually produce 2 million magazine pages in a 1 8-hour shift. Now, these presses, compared to all other existing digital presses, are up to 24 times faster. So, what am I saying? That you don't have a choice? Not at all. Of course you have a choice, because all other digital vendors offer you a choice. You can choose between high quality and high speed, but none have both, and none can print on any paper, and none can do it at low cost. So, ladies and gentlemen, what am I guess I screwed up here. Okay, so we do it. And you want to have a closer look at these machines? And I'll repeat what I just said after I come back, okay? Because it's first day, third show, so you'll forgive me for a few glitches, okay? The door's waiting for me. Enjoy these clips about our machines. Thank you. Substrate dependent. So, how does inkjet attempt to deal with this problem? Well, if you can't print on ordinary papers, you have to use specially coated papers. That controls ink penetration. However, specially coated papers are not only more expensive. Hey, hi, I'm over here. That means that specially coated papers are not only more expensive, they're not really what your customers want. How do you think your customers will react when you go to them and you say, you have to use special papers? Yes, of course, because your customers want you to do their jobs on the papers they choose. Now, don't get me wrong. Inkjet is a great technology for home printing, for office printing, for industrial printing, for many commercial applications. But to replace offset printing, it must also be of high quality and high speed on all paper stocks. That is not inkjet. So how is nanography different from inkjet? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look. The nanographic printing process begins with the ejection of billions of microscopic droplets of Landa nano ink colorants onto the special image conveyor blanket. Each row of ink injectors adds its own color of nano ink. Each droplet of nano ink lands at a precisely designated location, blending with other droplets to create the final colored ink image. As each droplet lands on the heated blanket, it begins to spread and lose its water, becoming